Hi, Kringle Kim here. Welcome, welcome. It is Tuesday, November 27th, 2018. And a lot going on here in the TBC Kringle community. First off, I hope everyone was able to attend a Send Button meeting either yesterday or today. As all the leaders went over, very pertinent information, very important information. If you are active or wanting to become active in the TBC Kringle community. And I know there was a great blog yesterday, and it was called, let's see, Today, What is Fiat Currency? And that, talks about what is really fiat currency. How did our currency that we use today come about? So that was yesterday, November 26th, 2018. And it's a video called What is Fiat Currency? And it's a very, very good video as it talks about, how our currency started, how it was backed by gold. And as time went on, how actually our currency has, our fiat currency, like the US dollar, has gone from being backed by gold to now being backed by debt. And I know the last few years have really bothered me, as I know the Federal Reserve, which is a privately owned institution, has been, when they need money, they just print it. And they were printing billions of dollars every month. And then, backed by what? Backed by debt. They need money to pay a debt. They print some money. We should all be so lucky. So anyway, this, the longer this goes on, the more havoc it creates within our economy. And eventually there has to be a reset. And this is where I think the future of cryptocurrency comes in. Because I guess, cryptocurrency is a digital currency. But anymore, fiat currency, it's like as virtual as my virtual bank account. It's not even on paper anymore. It's just kind of a digital currency in a way now, not a digital cryptocurrency, but a digital currency. If you don't really hold the cash in your hand, it's going in and out of your virtual bank account online. I don't know how many years it has been since I've actually had a check, to write out a check. And we all use our debit cards and our credit cards a lot of times. We're never actually holding that fiat currency in our hands. So I digress. But anyway, you should go, everyone, I encourage you to go to the Kringle Cashback office. And it will really help you understand what is going on today with our fiat currency. And we'll give you some insight into why cryptocurrency is becoming more important in our lives. So it's November 26, 2018, What is Fiat Currency? And it does a very, very good job of explaining it, better than I can explain it. So again, I want to center myself on the mission of TBC Kringle. And TBC Kringle is a private digital currency embraced by the Billion Coin community. And per our private agreement with each other, Kringle has a significant value today and will only increase in value with each new member that joins us. And that's because each new member that joins us is worth 1 grain of gold. We are each worth 1 grain of gold. Kringle is completely detached from the public coin market and the currently established scarcity-based monetary system. TBC Kringle is based on abundance, not on artificial scarcity. Those who choose to join the TBC Kringle community understand the TBC Kringle vision and mission of reaching 1 billion members and ending poverty globally. They also understand that in order to achieve our objectives, our members must be proactive in learning from our educational blog and sharing TBC Kringle via our Kringle Fast Start system. Together we can achieve abundance for all. And talking about grains of gold, there is a very important blog, and I know probably a lot of other broadcasters are talking about this too, which is really good. We only are going to speak about TBC and Kringle in the format of, in relation to grains of gold. And this is a blog from November 19th, 2018. It's time for broadcasters and the TBC community to ground themselves to gold. And this goes along, educate yourselves by reading this blog and watching the video on what is fiat currency. So admin says, we don't want any confusion about our private status in the world today. Public regulators are looking for any excuse to rope our private currency and tie us down because they could care less about our mission to end poverty globally. Understand one thing, government is force. Force is the nature of government, and they rule over the public. Yet governments are bound by law. It is my opinion that as a whole, humanity lacks the maturity to live without government today. And I find that a really stunning statement. Today a lot of people expect, I guess maybe sometimes the word I use is entitled to get things for free. But that is not the purpose of our government. I know the purpose of our government in the United States and the Constitution and the military and the three branches of government is to ensure that our country is safe from foreign invaders and is, like the Supreme Court decides things. The main purpose of the Supreme Court used to decide things that were, had to do with the Constitution only, and other countries coming in and challenging our country. So a lot of that has changed over the decades to encompass a lot more things and involve more government, which was not the purpose in the beginning. So hear me loud and clear. Admin is not anti-government. Of course, I will never support the abuse of power that continues to come out of the government, even today in modern times. Private societies such as ours have lawfully existed for thousands of years to my knowledge. Private simply means outside of the domain of the government. Private equals self-regulated. What we are doing is lawful, and it is important that every member behave in a lawful manner when they are talking about TBC. Research has shown that we are grounded when we compare the value of any of our private currency to the value of gold, but can be problematic when we compare our value to any fiat or money regulated by any government. This is the official call out to all broadcasters and every member of TBC to stop comparing our coins to fiat. So, and if you want to understand what fiat is, again, go to the video, the explanation of fiat currency. So just as we stated that we would in the first public notice, we have removed the references to any fiat. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn this on. Any fiat from our websites. clearly our admin fee is 4 grains of gold. We encourage and reward transactions that are done in increments of 40 grains of gold. The government did not make gold. Mother Earth has provided us this gold, and she won't stop from measuring the value of our coins against the value of gold. We don't want to upset any government regulators by our words, and that is why each and every member needs to embrace the reference to gold and stop referencing fiat. As you can see in the poster, we have marked cash flow achievements in grains of gold, and you should know that a third-party calculator is now in your Kringle Cash back office dashboard. There are 480 grains of gold in each troy ounce of gold. All TVC members should become experts in grains of gold. So yes, now they have put that right on in our Kringle Cash back office is the grains of gold calculator. And I am unable to screen share, but I believe there was a video on the blog where it shows how to use the grains of gold calculator. And that is on the Kringle Cash back office. So TVC Kringles are not backed by gold, and that means we are not pegged to gold either. So we are not backed by gold, and we are not pegged to gold. The value of our TVC Kringles comes from our members, and we measure that value in grains of gold. We do not want to be sloppy in making this clear when we are inviting others to join us in our private community and society. So yes, we are only going to talk about grains of gold when we share the gift now. And of course, on our if you've printed out business cards, you know, the gift is worth more than, you know, it's listed in grains of gold. I believe it says receive a gift worth over 1 ounce of gold. Okay. And that is equal to 25,000 cookies. So the true value of TVC is based on the number of living men and women that join us in agreement as members. We simply measure that value in gold. So this is a serious matter, and we want to be at peace with all governments and their respective regulators all around the world. We don't interfere with the public, so they should not interfere with us in private. Admin asks for your full cooperation, and thanks to you in advance for it. So that is what we have to remember, that the true value of TVC is based on the number of living men and living women that join us in agreement as members. And we simply measure that value in grains of gold. Okay, so basically, you know, the admin fee is 4 grains of gold, around there, and a exchange of TVC is, in order to earn cookies, is for around 40 grains of gold. So also, being that today is November 27th, I want to bring up the blog from November 21st, 2018. November redemption period will be extended until January 31st, 2019 for those qualified. Okay, and so before, on the cookie rewards page, there had been a cookie redemption poll, and it asked if you could vote for November 30th to be the end of redemption period, December 20th, or January 31st. And the votes came in, and they have closed down the poll, but the winners are listed by popular demand. The November redemption period has been extended until January 31st, 2019. And so first place for January 31st, 2019 had 8,432 votes. Second place was November 30th, 2018, which had 5,208 votes. And third place, December 20th, 2018, had 3,440 votes. And of course, when you add those together, around about 19,000 people voted. And when we have about 3,300,000 plus members, that's not a whole lot of people in our community voting, which tells me that I hope by this broadcast and other broadcasters, our goal is to have a lot more people coming to the Kringle Cashback office on a daily basis and, reading the blog. So admin would like to thank the members that participated in the poll about extending the November redemption period. The poll question was, which date will result in greater community growth to close the November redemption period? The larger part of the TBC community answered that a January 31st ending of the November redemption period would result in greater community growth. I mostly agree with that poll result, but as you can see, the second place poll said it would be best to end on November 30th, 2018, and I understand why these members think it should end then. Only during a redemption period can people all around the world become instant TBC millionaires. Everyone wants to become a millionaire, and we provide a solid path ahead to make that happen. Outside of a redemption period, members only get cookies which are not spendable or transferable. Yet the time in between the redemption periods allows us, as a community, to educate our newest members properly before they have access to the abundance of coins that are spendable. So I understand that too. We are in a cash flow private society, not a cash out private society. So the education is priceless. Without the education, chaos develops due to misunderstanding and ignorance. They don't understand the public notice. They don't maybe understand the Kringle Society mission statement. The main problem with extending that is some new members don't understand the value of completing a transaction with their sponsors. Without members going out there sponsoring new members, TBC doesn't grow. See the problem? I need to balance the feelings of the new members with the thinking of the old. I'm not referring to senior citizens. Members, and this is how I'm going to do it. So he's not referring to senior citizens, but senior members. I am going to run a special holiday promotion during the same 2-month extension period that requires a minimum transaction by the new members coming in to access the extension. So in other words, no transaction equals no extension. Sponsors need to be compensated to keep the balance and ensure ongoing community growth. I hope everyone can appreciate what I'm doing here. So basically, how I'm thinking this is at this point is that, the older members will redeem their cookies by November 30th. And the newer members that are coming in after November 30th or December 1st and beyond will have to do a transaction to access the extension. Otherwise, if they don't do a transaction with the extension, they will just receive the cookies until the next redemption period in May. So generally, we are inviting the 4 billion working class to join us in the TBC community. When you closely examine this group, it is alarming that about 50% of them earn less than 4 grains of gold in a day of work. Asking people, that is poverty. We are on a mission to end poverty globally, and we must take this fact into account. Asking people that only make 4 grains of gold a day to come up with 40 grains of gold can seem impossible to some of these poor people. So this holiday promotion will be a tiered system that allows members to collect cookies for doing transactions as small as 4 grains of gold. A 4 grain of gold transaction will be the minimum required in order to redeem cookies during the extended redemption period. If you have already done a transaction of 4 grains of gold or higher, then you don't have to do another transaction in order to redeem cookies during this extension period. Also, I am not referring to the admin fee of grains of gold. That is separated. That is separate and is also required in order to have a send button. So you have to be able to have the send button to be able to do transactions. The tiers will be 4 grains of gold, 8 grains of gold, 12 grains of gold, 16 grains of gold, 20 grains of gold, 24 grains of gold, 28 grains of gold, 32 grains of gold, 36 grains of gold, and 40 grains of gold. You will learn more about this holiday promotion before December 1st here in the blog. This is an exciting time in TBC, and we want to keep everything balanced for all. So today is November 27th. So within the next 2 or 3 days, we should be hearing more about this holiday promotion and how that will extend the redemption period for newer members. So, and I know, many ways to educate yourself again are, the blog, the send button meetings, and the your sponsor, and also cash flow coaching, and being a broadcaster. And it's by by reading the blog and teaching others, we learn more ourselves. And I know I did cash flow coaching with TBC Randy, and so he was offering, the cash flow coaching in grains of gold. And I know I will have to, guess I better check that out first. Anyway, there is more to look forward to on the blog. There are some excellent videos on the blog. Many of them are by our own TBC Kringle broadcasters. And if you don't understand all the ins and outs of TBC Kringle, or even cryptocurrency in general, the blog is an excellent place to go and learn. And then the broadcasters, many of them, we usually talk about the blog, and many of them are explaining it very well. And again, the send button meetings. So I hope as many of you as possible were able to attend one of the 5 send button meetings. And we're still looking forward to seeing a send button meeting in German coming up. And it's just hope you have a great end of November. And those of you that are ready to redeem your coins, go ahead and redeem them. And otherwise, for the newer people, and those of you that are sponsoring a lot of newer people, make sure they understand the Kringle Fast Start system and how to do transactions, and help them earn and learn to become TBC Kringle millionaires and billionaires too. So I believe my business card says the gift is possibly ending in November, at the end of November too. So let's get out there and do that, and the 24-hour and 48-hour rapid cookie rewards. So this is Kringle Kim signing off. Have a wonderful evening. If you have any questions for me, my email is at the bottom of this video. And if you have any other questions, start researching the blog. There's lots of answers in the blog. Or watching the broadcast daily. Many of them are in your languages. So have a great day, and see you later. Bye.